It's time for match day 2 of the Club World Cup. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to my Club World Cup game week 2 predictions. Of course, game week 1 is complete. Some interesting games, some very good games, some pretty boring games, but yeah, let's get into the video. And the first game of match day 2 sees Palmeiras take on Al Ahly. Now, of course, Al Ahly playing the opening match where it ended 0-0 against Inter Miami. Palmeiras also drew 0-0 against FC Porto. Of course, we'll speak about Al Ahly because I did watch that game against Inter Miami. And to be honest, I don't know how Al Ahly didn't win. I thought Al Ahly were the better team, in my opinion. They definitely created some very good opportunities to go on and win the game. For first half, they were all over him. Inter Miami, for me, got back into it second half, but Al Ahly should have won. I mean, they literally got a pen as well, and Trezeguet missed it. So yeah, but I mean, overall, it's not the worst result, but I think they'll be kicking themselves, Al Ahly, because they probably should have gone on and won. Palmeiras, I only watched the first half of this game against Porto, but it's not a bad result for Palmeiras, as Porto are a decent European side. They definitely had some chance. I mean, it was a game where both teams had a lot of chances, to be fair, but they just couldn't take them, really. And obviously, going into this game, both teams obviously probably need to go out and try and win this game to take a step further of going into the next round of the Club World Cup. But I mean, look, from watching Al Ahly, they're very attacking. You know, they will try and put that Palmeiras defence under pressure, but Palmeiras will attack as well. So I think it'll be one of those games where Palmeiras will have a lot of the ball. Al Ahly will be quite defensive, and when Al Ahly are attacking, Palmeiras will probably be quite defensive, to be honest with you. And to be honest, I just think this game, for me, has a draw written all over it. I think if there's one team that might go on and win it, I think from watching Al Ahly, maybe they might go on and win it. I mean, Esteval for Palmeiras, I don't think really did a lot against Porto. Maybe he might do something, or maybe get a goal or something in this game, who knows. But in the end, I'm going to go Palmeiras 1, Al Ahly 1. And the next game is Inter Miami against Porto. And of course, we just spoke about them two teams. Well, briefly anyway, but we're going to speak about them more now. Like I said, Inter Miami, I thought they weren't really that great, in my opinion. I mean, Messi nearly scored. I think I remember he had like a free kick, which nearly went in, but it went like into the side netting. But like I said, Al Ahly were the better team against Inter Miami, 100%. I thought second half they were better. Inter Miami were quite poor in the first half, but they were definitely better in the second half. Porto, like I said, really, they had some good opportunities to get a goal, or just get a goal, just go on and win the game, really. But I think coming into this game, lots of people, for me, I'd say, would back FC Porto. You know, they've got some very good players that I think are definitely more than capable to beat that Inter Miami defence. The likes of Samu, oh wow, they got some other players, I can't think of their names. But I mean, Porto, I mean, the question is for them, how are they going to stop Lionel Messi? Because I mean, yes, he didn't really do much against Al Ahly, but there were some moments in the game where he actually did do something. And yeah, but in the end, I think Porto are going to win this game. And the Inter Miami will be under a bit of pressure going into that last game against Palmeiras. So, yeah, I'm going to go Inter Miami 0, Porto 2. Okay, then from one American team to another, as we speak about Seattle Sounders, they take on Atletico Madrid at the Lumen Field Stadium. Of course, another home game for Seattle Sounders. Of course, Seattle Sounders actually play at Lumen Field Stadium. So, yeah, of course, Seattle Sounders lost on their first game against Botafogo. Atletico Madrid, they got absolutely whitewashed against PSG. I mean, I wouldn't say it was the best from PSG, but from Atletico point of view, that it wasn't really great from them, to be honest. Seattle Sounders, I didn't watch the game against Botafogo, But from what I heard, apparently Seattle Sounders played quite well, especially in the second half. And you never know, considering Atleti did get battered against PSG, but PSG are literally the best team in the world right now. Maybe Atleti could bounce back, but I mean, I think this is a big game anyway for both teams, because obviously both teams lost. Whoever loses tonight is pretty much out. I mean, well, depending on the PSG Botafogo score. But I think Atleti will probably be a bit more under pressure, because if they lose, then I mean, they haven't got an easy last game against Botafogo, who looked decent against Seattle Sounders. And looking at, like, I mean, so far in the Brazilian Serie A last season as well, they look decent. So this is a game that Atletico Madrid have got to win, and I think they will. To be fair, I think Seattle Sounders, from looking at the highlights and from reading what people were saying in their game against Botafogo, I think Seattle will give them a go, but I think Atleti, they've got to win this game, and I think they will. So I'm going to go Seattle Sounders 0, Atletico Madrid 3. And the other game in this group is PSG against Botafogo. Of course, Botafogo beating Seattle Sounders 2-1. PSG absolutely smashing Atletico Madrid 4-0 at the Rose Bowl. PSG, for me, I wouldn't say they were at their best, but they definitely played very, very well. Obviously, Fabian Ruiz only scored a good goal. Doué was decent. Kvaratskhelia was decent. I mean, overall, PSG were decent. Like I said, I wouldn't say they were brilliant, but they played decent. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how our Botafogo going to line up coming into this game, because I think everyone knows that PSG are the best team in the world. And I think Botafogo will be coming into this, be like, right, lads, we do not want to get battered here. So they might be a bit defensive at times, Botafogo, to try and keep PSG up. But at the same time, they want to be quite attacking. They want to obviously win the game. But it's PSG. You can part the bus. You can do anything. PSG will still break it down. We saw it in the Champions League final against Inter. We saw it against Atleti. Two defensive teams, by the way, Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid. And PSG scored 9, well, they scored 5 against PSG, 5 against Inter, and 4 against Atletico. So for me, I think PSG are going to win. So yeah, I'm going to go PSG 3, Botafogo 0. And next up, we have got Benfica against Auckland City, the semi-professional Auckland City. And yeah, I don't think Auckland fans don't really want to speak about that first game, as they got absolutely demolished. They lost 10-0 to Bayern Munich. And I mean, Auckland City, I mean, everyone knew Bayern was going to win, but 10-0, I mean, bloody hell. I mean, you just got to feel bad for Auckland City. I mean, 10-0, jeez, that is bad. And to be honest, Bayern absolutely battered them. I watched it. Bayern, they absolutely smoked them. I mean, Auckland did have a few chances to get a goal, but Bayern just absolutely battered them. Benfica, on the other hand, dropped points 2-2 against Boca Juniors at the Hard Rock Stadium. And Benfica struggled, to be fair. Boca Juniors, I mean, I was really impressed by them, because we'll speak about them. We'll speak about them in a minute. But we'll speak about Boca Juniors in a moment. But, I mean, Benfica, from watching Auckland against Bayern, surely Benfica are going to win this game. I mean, if Benfica are not beating a semi-professional team from New Zealand, then something is wrong. But yeah, for me, Benfica are going to win. So yeah, sorry Auckland fans. My prediction is 5-0 to Benfica. And next game, it is Flamengo against Chelsea. Both teams winning on match day 1. Chelsea, not Chelsea, yeah, I was right, sorry, my bad. Chelsea winning 2-0 against LAFC. Flamengo winning 2-0 against Esperance de Tunis. Of course, we'll speak about Chelsea. I thought they played well against LAFC. Obviously, Liam Delap getting an assist on his debut. It was a decent performance, a standard performance from Chelsea, but this will definitely be a more difficult game. Flamengo obviously played quite well against Esperance from what I saw. I think I can't pronounce his name. It's like Di Arrascaeta or something. I know he scored. He's meant to be one of Flamengo's good players, so Chelsea got to watch out for him. I think these two have met before, so they might know a bit about each other, but Chelsea, for me, from what I saw against LAFC, they look decent. Flamengo will definitely give them a game now, make it really tough for them. I think Chelsea will go on and win. Just about. Tight game, 2-1 to Chelsea. And next up, we have got LAFC against Esperance de Tunis. Of course, both teams lost, so both teams really need to go out and try and win this game if they can. LAFC, I mean, obviously, I actually thought LAFC weren't really that bad, to be fair. I mean, they had a few chances, but yeah, obviously they still lost in the end. But Esperance, I mean, from looking at the highlights, really, they were quite defensive. But I mean, like, they've got good fans, Esperance. I can give them that. So I'm sure that the Esperance fans will try and be that 12th man and try and guide the Tunisians to try and win this game. I mean, looking at LAFC as well, they don't really have much like goal scorers in their team, so that might be a little bit of a problem for them. But yeah, in the end, I think Esperance are going to win. Yeah, I just have that feeling that they're going to win this game. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Esperance. And next game, we're going back to Group B, I think this is. It's Bayern against Boca Juniors. Of course, Bayern absolutely ripped apart Auckland City. I mean, they were too good. Bayern. Boca Juniors, by the way, I only watched the first half of the Benfica game, but I tell you what, I was very, very impressed by Boca Juniors. From the games I've watched so far, Boca Juniors have been the team that I've been impressed with. And I'll tell you what, Bayern could be in for a very, very long 90 minutes in the early hours of Saturday morning in the UK. It's a 2 a.m. kickoff here in England or UK, whatever. Boca Juniors are very, very aggressive. They're aggressive. They won't be afraid to go in for a tackle. And I thought they played very well, in my opinion. Hold on. I thought they played very well, Boca Juniors, against Benfica. Benfica obviously coming back in the end, but Boca played very, very well. But Bayern, obviously, you know, they've got Harry Kane, they've got Elise, they've got all these great players. I mean, speaking of Harry Kane, they scored 10 goals against Auckland, and Kane didn't even score one, so bit of a concern there. But most people will probably be saying that, oh, Zach, Bayern are going to win, Bayern will win, you know, they've got a great team. I wouldn't underestimate Boca Juniors. They played very well against Benfica. A Benfica side, by the way, that beat Atletico Madrid 4-1 and nearly beat Barcelona. So Boca Juniors, I think, have got a chance to get a result in this game. And I think they will, to be fair. They're very aggressive, and I think that might affect Bayern in a way. I'm going to go with a draw. I think Boca are going to get a result out of this. Bayern Munich 2, Boca Juniors 2. Okay, next game, we have got the South African side, Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund. Mamelodi Sundowns won. They won 1-0 against Ulsan HT. They're actually top of the group, Mamelodi Sundowns. Of course, Dortmund drawing 0-0 with Fluminense. And I mean, that Dortmund game was a bit boring. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really watch the Mamelodi Sundowns game, so I don't really know how they got on. I know they won. But yeah, I mean, Mamelodi Sundowns, I mean, if they win this game, then they've actually got a very good chance of going through. But obviously, on paper, this is definitely their hardest fixture against Borussia Dortmund. I mean, Dortmund kind of struggled, really, against Fluminense, but Dortmund will probably go out and win this game. But Mamelodi Sundowns, from winning the opening game, they'll be feeling quite confident going into this after winning the first game. But it is Dortmund, so yeah. I'll go 3-0 to Dortmund, but up the Sundowns. Next game, we have got Inter against Urawa Red Diamonds. Now, Inter drew 1-1 with Monterrey. Urawa Red Diamonds lost 3-1 to River Plate. Now, Inter, I mean, I watched the highlights of their game against Monterrey. By the way, big up to Monterrey. They played very well in that game. Inter were decent as well. Had a few chances to potentially go on and win it. But it's not a bad start, to be fair, from Inter. But, I mean, they'll probably be a bit annoyed that they didn't win. But at the end of the day, it's still not a bad start. But your other Red Diamonds, I mean, they kind of got outplayed, really, by River Plate from what I saw. So, Inter have got to win, really, anyway, if they want to go through. And I think they will. Your other Red Diamonds, man, they're not really the best team in the world, are they? So, yeah, Inter for me to win this one 2-0. And the next game is Fluminense against Ulsan HD. Now, Fluminense, I mean, they played decent against Dortmund. I mean, definitely had some decent chances. That Alias for Fluminense, I thought looked decent, so he could be a potential player to watch out for Ulsan HD. It's fucking boiling. But yeah, but Fluminense really, I think they'll be favourites to win this game. Can Ulsan cause a surprise? I don't think they will. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Fluminense. And the next game, it is River Plate against Monterrey. Now, of course, Monterrey drew 1-1 against Inter. Played quite well, to be fair. Sergio Ramos, of course, formerly of Real Madrid and Sevilla. But getting Monterrey's goal, and a very good header it was as well. In all fairness to Monterrey, they actually played quite well from what I saw against Inter. River Plate obviously getting the job done against Urara Red Diamonds. I don't really know if the main man, I can't remember his name, don't know if he did well or not. I didn't really watch the highlights of this game, but I mean, from what I heard, River Plate played quite well. But I have a feeling this could actually be quite a good game. River Plate look decent. Monterrey look decent as well. This could be a decent game, to be honest with you. Obviously, Monterrey got to watch out for the main man. I can't remember what his name is. It's the person that Real Madrid have signed. But yeah, I think River Plate will go on and win this game. But I don't think Monterrey will make it easy for River Plate. So I'm going to go with a bit of a high-scoring game. River Plate 3, Monterrey 2. And next up, we have got Juventus against Wydad Casablanca. Now, of course, these two teams actually playing. Yes, they will. Juventus actually played in the early hours of this morning. And, I mean, they absolutely smashed Al Ain 5-0. And I thought Al Ain could actually cause a shock. But they didn't. Juve absolutely battered them. Muani looked good. I mean, apparently, Colin Muani played well. Yildiz played well. I mean, pretty much the whole Juve team played well, to be fair. Wydad obviously lost 2-0 to Man City. Only watched the first half of this game, but Wydad, they tried to sit back and then conceded inside like a minute and 50 seconds. So, yeah, but from what I heard, I mean, I did watch the highlights as well, and Juve did look very good. So, I think Juve will be favourites coming into this one, and I think they will win against this Wydad side. I mean, whether Wydad will be defensive again or whether they'll try and be a bit more attacking, I don't know. But Juventus will win this one 3-0. And the next game, it is Real Madrid against Pachuca. Now, Real Madrid drawing 1-1 last night with Al Hilal. And they looked a bit disappointed, in my opinion, Real Madrid, especially at the back. I mean, the only good player at the back for me was probably Dean Huijsen. Obviously, Trent made his debut as well with Huijsen. Trent wasn't really great. I mean, overall, I don't think Real Madrid were really that good, in my opinion. I thought Al Hilal maybe could have gone on and won the game, to be honest with you. Of course, Pachuca lost 2-1 to Salzburg in their opening game. But Real Madrid, you know, they've got to try and win this game. But to be fair, Pachuca did have, I looked at the stats against Salzburg, and they did have a lot of shots on goal, Pachuca. And Real Madrid defensively aren't really that great. So maybe Pachuca could cause a shock and get a result here. But I don't think that'll happen. Real Madrid are going to win, and I think they will. So, yeah, my prediction, Real Madrid 2, Pachuca 1. God, it is so hot. Anyway, next game, it is RB Salzburg against Al Hilal. Now, of course, Al Hilal, like I said, looked quite decent against Real Madrid. Definitely could have gone on and won it. Salzburg obviously won, and the main man that really stood out was Oscar Glov. I think he scored one goal. I don't know if he scored both, but I know he definitely scored one goal in that game against Pachuca last night. So he's a man that Al Hilal have got to watch out for. But I mean, Al Hilal, if they can play that well against Real Madrid, I think they're more than capable to beat Salzburg. But this could be actually a decent game, to be honest with you. But I'm going to go with a draw. Salzburg 2, Al Hilal 2. And the final game of match day 2 of the Club World Cup is Manchester City against Al Ain. Now, Al Ain obviously got absolutely battered by Juventus 5-0. City looking decent against Wydad Casablanca. Obviously, Ryan Cherky made his debut. Reinders made his debut as well. Of course, Phil Foden getting back on the score sheet as well. But City, they look good. Al Ain, well, I mean, they got battered really. So people will be expecting City to win. I think City will win. So I'm going to go Manchester City 3, Al Ain 0. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Smash a like, subscribe. It's 31 degrees. I'm absolutely boiling. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.